Hello you guys, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing amazing. Happy New Year 2024. The last time we talked was in 2023 and the last quarter of it was not that good, but this year you have started with a good note and a better note. So as you can read from the title today, I want us to discuss about how to start your process if you want to travel to Gulf or if you want to travel to another country for job search or for greener pastures, okay? And the reason I'm doing this video today in January 3rd is because I believe that you have had that dream and you had decided that when 2024 comes is my year to travel, but you are there stuck without knowing where will you start, what will you do, what do you need, how do people do things, and that is why I'm right here for you. So if you want to know all that information about traveling, what you need, how you are supposed to do it, and the processes and everything, please stick around to the video. It might be a few minutes video, but it will have a lot of information. So stick around until the end of the video. And if it is your first time to be here and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. My name is Fresha Wakabi and welcome to Fresha Travels channel. Okay, so now let's head direct to the video. So you're there and you had said that this year is your year to travel, and you want to know more about the traveling process. How does it start? So the first thing that you should know at the top of your mind is that before you start thinking of traveling, you must have the necessary documents for traveling, okay? And what are these documents? I'll take you guys through one by one, and maybe I may put this as a disclaimer that I will be mentioning some prices of getting these documents, and I will quote them in Kenya shillings because I am a Kenyan and that is how Kenyans charge, okay? So if you go to another different country, or maybe you are from Ghana, from Philippines, from India, from Uganda, it depends on how your government charges these things, okay? The first document that you should have at the top of your thought is the passport, traveling passport, enable you to travel from one country to another. So the prices of this passport, if you're watching this video and you're a Kenyan, it is now 6,050 and they keep changing. If 6,050, it's about 48 pages, and we have 4,050, that is 32 pages, but the pages keep finishing and coming up, so depends on the time that you have gone. So keep that aside. For people who are watching me and they're not Kenyans, that is also one of the documents that you should have before you think of traveling. So you should have a traveling passport. And the other thing you should have is a police clearance form. A police clearance form, from where I come from, it expires after every 12 months or 1 year. And so it is okay for you to pick it now and keep applying for the jobs until the next 12 months or 1 year. Okay, so if you pick, you applied for it last year, January, it is expiring this year, January. If you apply for it this year, January, it will expire next year, January. So point to note, this document may take different timings to be processed depending on your country, because it is government things, and you understand that sometimes getting government documents, it takes a bit longer, or it requires you to do much. So it is important for you to just get it as soon as you start applying for your passport so that you can have it. Also, again, the passport may take a while. In Kenya, we're having a challenge, a very big challenge right now. I don't know when it will be over, but it can be a challenge. In some countries, you apply it and maybe get it after 1 week, after 2 weeks, after 1 month, depends on where you come from. So those are two documents that you should have. That is the good conduct or the police clearance form, the same thing, and the passport. So now when you get these two documents, now you can start searching for the job that you want, okay? Or maybe thinking the job that you would want to go and work in that specific country. So in this case, I will talk about Gulf more importantly, because it is where I have been and have worked, and I know the policies, and in Qatar to be specific. So when you get these two documents, now you can go ahead and think of what job that you want to go and work for, and the job determines with what you want. And how will you know? Maybe you are blank, you don't have any idea of what jobs are there, what you can do. You can talk to people, or you can search Facebook groups, or you can search Facebook pages that are for the people in Qatar are using, or maybe you can come to me directly and ask me what kind of jobs are these, can I get if I'm not educated. And by the way, I'll create another video for that, because many people have asked me that question. If you have not gone to school even at all, or even a bit, or maybe you went and dropped out at some point, there are still jobs for you. There are unskilled jobs for you people. So Again, I will make this video for you people just to refresh your minds, because many of you have joined me very recently, and some of us who have been here for forever, you know, we have talked about this, but I'll still repeat it again. So now, after you decide the job that you want, let's say you are a skilled personnel, you want a job of a teacher, a doctor, a nurse, an engineer in Qatar, or maybe you don't have education and you want an unskilled job. You can get a cleaner job, a security job, a messenger job, a construction worker job, all those jobs. Remember, all these jobs have positive, they have challenges which are negative, and challenges that are positive. As I always say, it is for you now to understand that you're there to search for money, and you're there to make your life better, and you know, and relax and wait for things to unfold. Okay, so these jobs, each and every job have their own challenges, and as I always say, we can overcome these challenges if I and many others have overcome the challenges. So now, after you decide the job that you want, it is time for you to search for the way that you want to travel to the country. So maybe you want to use an agency, or maybe you want to apply for the job by yourself. So I'll talk about these two different ways. The benefit of applying for the job by yourself, that this is by searching online, talking to people, is that you have 90% chances of not paying for anything, and the company will pay for every expense for you. Okay, or maybe they may tell you to pay a 10% of the expense, you share the expenses, and that is the very biggest benefit of you applying for the job by yourself. The negative, or the biggest negative challenge for you to apply the job by yourself, it may take time, it may take longer, because the employer don't know you. They are hiring people through the agencies or through other companies to get the people hired. So it may take longer. Of course, there's a chance for everyone, but it may take longer. So now when we come to the other way of applying for the job, is using agencies. Agencies, they have also pro and cons. So the first advantage and the biggest advantage of the agency is that the job is guaranteed. You'll go there to start working. As soon as you arrive in the country, you will start working immediately, or rather your salary will start counting immediately. The negative part about using an agency is that most of us do not have money, and the agency will require you to pay them for them to get you the job, and this is the money that we call commission fee. So the commission fee may be a lot, actually it is a lot, but from where you come from, maybe it's not a lot for you. But for people who are, you know, hustlers from the ground, like all of us have been, we struggle to get that money, and that is the very biggest challenge. Of course, I receive messages from people telling me that, can you give me a way that I can get a job without going through the agencies, because the agencies are too expensive, and I have helped them and I have shared these videos also. Again, this year I'll be refreshing your minds, because we have many people who have joined us lately. So now, after you decide among the two options, after you decide how you want to travel, there is now that is where now the job process starts. Okay, so what do you need to go, or what do you need to apply for the job? You need a CV. Remember, I make CVs for you guys and charge you very little fee. If you want to know more about that, please reach me on my email or on my Instagram or Facebook. And then you need an updated CV, you need your passport now, and this now police clearance form. And this is what you will take to the agency if you want to apply through the agency, or you will attach to your application if you are using an online site or something of the sort. Okay, so these are the documents that you'll need. Let's say now you have chosen either of it, and the job is under process. Maybe you have started doing your interviews, you have started hearing feedbacks, the agent is telling you have an interview next week. The other thing you need to do is to prepare for the interview. Prepare for the interview. If you know you applied for a specific job, and maybe you have worked with maybe you have done it before, maybe you have not, prepare for the interview appropriately. Okay, if it's physically going to the interview room, please show up and be presentable and give your best. If it is an online interview, give it your best. Say everything, as we have always talked about interviews. And maybe one of these days I should share my way of how I attend to interviews, so that I can help someone. If that could interest you, please let me know under the comment section. So when you do the interview and let's say you have passed the interview, let's say you have not passed the interview, there is another chance of you applying again if you have passed the interview. Now that's when another process now begins of you traveling. Okay, so what do you expect to get from this point? You have passed the interview immediately, or maybe after a few days, the way you'll, depending on how you'll agree with the interviewer, you will require to be given an offer letter, a job offer letter, and this is what you'll sign that will show you that really you have been selected and you'll be going to work for this country. Maybe you use the agency or maybe you did it online. You will have to receive the job offer letter. So the job offer letter is a document that entails all the information about your job. It gives a brief description of your job. It gives a brief explanation of how much you'll be paid, how many hours you'll be working, how have you agreed in terms of overtime and everything, all those details, most likely how you will be paid. Okay, and this document is very important for you to sign because it shows that you have really been selected by that company. So if you sign this, or if you maybe they don't talk about it, there is this point where you are asked at the end of the interview, do you have any question? You have a right to ask the question, when soon, or should I be expecting to sign my offer letter, or did I pass the interview? Can I should I wait for my offer letter? Such things. So when you sign the offer letter, it means that now your process is going forward and you are almost ending the process, and now you'll just very soon you'll be getting your ticket to fly. So now when you get the offer letter, there are some companies which will decide, which will choose to give you a contract before your arrival to the country or to the company, but some of the companies also will give you a contract after your arrival, after reporting to work. So this one, the contract part is not necessarily, depends on the rules and regulations of the company and the terms. So this one, do not insist on it, but you can also ask the question, when are you supposed to sign your contract, or how soon can you do that? They will tell you if it is before or after you arrive to the country. So now after the job offer letter, now you and your employer or you and your agency will now plan a date of when you'll be traveling. And so what do you need when you're traveling? It is an air ticket. So an air ticket is a flight ticket where you'll pay and travel to where you're going to. So one thing about using an agency is that you give the agency the whole sum of money, the money that they will ask you, and you don't have to worry about the ticket. Most of the agencies will pay for your ticket with the money that you give them. Okay, and when you use an online hire, or maybe you did the thing online, you got a job for yourself, you are most likely to be told to pay the ticket for yourself, or maybe they go and refund, or maybe pay the ticket for yourself and they will not even refund. Depends on the terms of the company. So now the ticket process depends on the company. Maybe the agency is supposed to pay for you, or maybe the company is supposed to pay for you, or you are supposed to pay for yourself. Now that one depends. I cannot say for sure that this is how it's supposed to be, but it is one of the options. And now this is when you get the ticket and fly out of your country. Before you fly out of the country, there are things that you should prepare before you travel. This could be another different video that I'll make for you guys so that you can know. And I get this question asked again, what should I carry, what should I have when I'm traveling to abroad, what should I carry? And I'll definitely bring this video for you guys so that you can get all the information and you can be ready and you can travel in style. Don't be people like me who traveled with no idea, left a lot of things that I needed most. I will definitely help you guys with this. So basically that is how the video should be, or that is how the process should be. I may have left one or two things that you are not sure about. Please go down to the comment section, ask me, and I will answer you. Obviously I wish you guys all the best. If your dream is to travel this year, believe in it. Believe that you will travel this year. You know, we live in our dreams, and if you want to travel, trust in God, pray to God, and everything will be possible. Nothing is impossible, and everyone can travel. So it is your time now. It is your time this year. Thank you so much guys for watching this video until this far. Again, if you have not subscribed, consider subscribing down below. Share this video to your friends and family who may need it most, and let me know if you guys travel abroad, and we shall meet wherever in the future. Thank you so much guys. Until the next one, bye bye.